So in this class we are going to learn about loops. Loops are nothing but if you want to do the things repeatedly, instead of writing the same thing multiple times, you use what? Loops. So in JavaScript we have three kinds of loops. Okay, basically we have three kinds of loop. First one is for loop, and the second one is while loop, and the third one is do while loop. Okay, let's come here. Okay, so here like we are using internal JavaScript, right? So here I'm using script tag. So I'm just closing it. Let me. Okay. Okay. Now let's see once again for loop. Why we use for loop? Just to do the things repeatedly. For that purpose we use loops. But especially why we use for loop? Like suppose in the case when you know how many times you want to execute this loop, when you know how much time, the number you know, at that scenario we use for loop through a block of code a number of times. You know a specific number, like when you are ringing a doorbell, you know how many times you want to ring that particular bell, like 5 times. So in that scenario you know the exact number. Okay, so in this scenario, you use for loop. Suppose if you don't know how many times you want to execute this loop, just you know the condition. Like suppose in the case of doorbell only, you are ringing the bell until someone's open a door for you. So you know the specific condition. So in that scenario, we use while loop. So in like in website development, we can use this for loop. Suppose if user can enter the password 3 times, right? So we are asking the password 3 times. We are doing the same thing repeatedly. So we know the number, exact number. So in that scenario, we use for loop. Like suppose you are asking for the password until you get the correct password. So this is a specific condition, right? So in that scenario, we can use while loop. And coming to this do while loop, the difference here is no matter the condition is true or false, it will run at least one time. So you can relate it with like this. No matter like a person is registered or not, like in games also you can relate. No matter a person is registered or not, you will allow them to play a game at least one time. So this loop will run at least one time, then it will check the condition. Okay, like you suppose like you will not check the if the student if this person is registered or not. Still you allow him or her to play a game at least one time, then you check it is a registered person or not. So this is the difference, like basic difference between this why we use for loop, while loop and do while loop. Okay. So like we can do the same thing with using for loop also, but I'm giving the same scenarios in which scenarios we use mostly for loop, while loop and do while loop. Let's come to see this for loop first. Here in this for loop we know the exact number. So suppose here I'm using for let I equals to 0. So I'm giving the initial number, then I'm giving the condition here, like I'm checking, I'm giving how many times this loop will work. This loop will repeatedly work. So I'm giving when I less than 5, then I'm doing I plus plus. So just see, this is a post increment. So that is why after completing one time, then it is increasing its value. I will show it you here. Console.log. I'm giving a number is, then I'm calling this I. So here is like I can give comma also, right? I'm just calling the variable. So just see how it is working. Initially your I value is 0, right? In first iteration your I value is 0. So it comes here, right? It will check first, it will check the condition. I less than 5. So yes, 0 is less than 5. It is true. Okay, then I plus plus means your I becomes 1. but it will not show you 1 here. It will show you 0 only, because this is a post increment, right? After completing this loop, then only it will change this value. So now it will show number is 0. Okay, it will show you in the console like number is 0. So now it completes one iteration. Now it goes again. Then it will check, like now your I becomes 1, right? So it will check this condition, 1 less than 5. Yeah, it is true. So then it increase this I value. Now I value becomes 2. So it will keep that 2 as it is. Then it will show this console. Now I value becomes 2. Now it checks this condition again. So it will do the complete thing again and again till until this condition becomes false. Okay, when you reach like this I equals to 6. So this condition becomes false, right? So then at that time this block of code will not run. This loop will end there. Okay, you can give any kind of condition, any number also you can give. Okay, it will do like one by one, it will do the things repeatedly until this condition becomes false. Okay, let me show you the output. We go live. Instead of checking this output console, you can download right, like Node.js also. We will learn how to download Node.js so that you will run this code in your terminal also. See, it is showing number is 90, all this thing from 0, number is 0 to till 99 it is showing. Why it is not showing 100? Your I becomes 100, right? When after doing all these things 900 times, your I becomes 100, right? When your I becomes 100, it checks this condition. Did I less than 100? It is false, right? 100 is less than 100, right? It is false. 100 is equal to 100. So this condition becomes false. That is why it is not showing this console. So this is all about your for loop. Similarly, we have while loop also. As I told you, while loop, why we use this while loop? We use while loop when we know the specific condition. Okay, like here also we are doing the same thing, but in specific scenarios, as I told you, for taking the number like password until you are getting the exact correct password. So in that scenario, we use this while loop. Okay, we will do that like example just now. As I told you, we will take password, so we will see that example also using this while loop. So let's see this how what's the syntax of using while loop. The syntax for loop is you just have to give this for keyword. Inside it you have to give the your variable name, and you have to initialize it and declare it. Then here only you have to give the condition, and here only you are increasing it, right? But in the case of while loop, your syntax becomes like it will be changed. Just you are giving the variable name first. Okay, you are giving the variable name first and its value. Then after it you are giving the condition. You are giving the while loop. Inside it you are giving the condition I less than suppose 100. Okay. Then here inside this curly brackets I am consoling it. I am giving number is I. Okay. Now I am increasing this I value. Okay, so here the difference, this loop also will show you the numbers from 0 to till 99. But here in this case, the scenario, like the syntax is little different. Here we are first declaring the variable name, giving some value, then we are giving some condition using this while, and inside it we are using this while keyword, we are giving some condition. Until this condition is true, it will show this output. Okay, then it will end it. Let me show you the output. Okay, we must have to give this code. Okay, why it is not working? Yeah, it is correct. Let me give colon here also. Okay, let me run it once again. Okay, see, it is running properly. It is also showing all the numbers till your condition is true. When your condition becomes false, it is not showing. It is not showing the above numbers. Like it is showing till 99. When you are giving I less than or equal to, it will include this 100 also. Okay, it is including this 100. So we are using this comparison operators here. So similarly, we have while loop or do while loop. What do while loop will do is, it will not check the condition first. It will run the code at least one time. As I told you, the real use case scenario, like in games, the developer will give at least one chance to a non-registered users also. So here also we are giving, suppose let I equals to 6. Okay, here I am using the do keyword. The syntax is little different. Do, then curly brackets. Here we are giving our output, what you want to show. Number is, then I am printing my I value here. Then I am doing the same thing, that is your I plus plus. Okay, I plus plus. Then after this, see, here I am checking my condition. Here I am giving my while loop. While I less than 5. See, here in this scenario, I is equal to 6. It is not true, right? But still it will show you this output at least one time. Okay, we have just missed this one. Okay, it is showing number is 6. It is not doing the things repeatedly. Why it is not doing? Because this condition is false. So that is why it is running at least one time. You can't do this at least one time running code with for loop or while loop. You must have to use do while loop for it. Okay, irrespective of your condition, whatever the condition you are giving, this loop will run at least one time. Okay, here is the difference definition, similar to while loop, but it will execute the code block before checking the condition at least one time. Any doubt in this for loop, while loop, and do while loop? Anyone else? Okay. So after it we have like where you want to like control it. You can control like at a specific position. Like you can give some break and you can give some continue also. Like I will tell you. Like in loop we use this break and continue in loops, but we use break in switch also, right? So what break will do when you use this break keyword? It jumps out of your loop, means it will completely terminate that particular block of code. Okay, let me show you. See, here we are just using the for loop. Just observe it. For let I equals to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. Yeah, we are doing the same thing. But inside it I am using if condition here. If I equals to 5, means when the I value, when it is doing the loop one by one, right? So when your I value becomes 5, it will check this condition. Okay. Then I am giving break here. Means it will really completely right finish it, terminate it. Just see this. See, it is 1 2 3, right? Then after when it reaches the 5, I am just breaking that complete loop, so it is going out of my loop. Suppose when I am giving 6 here, it will do the same thing, just it will break the loop after 5. Okay, it is completely terminating, means it will completely finishing that loop. But in the case of using continue, it will just skip this 6. Okay, remaining will be executed properly. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5, it is skipping this 6. Okay, then it is showing instead of this 6, it is showing 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what is the difference between this continue and break? What continue will do, whatever the number you are giving inside this if, that particular number will be skipped. But in the case of break, the complete loop will be terminated. Okay, just observe it once again. I am using break here. So your loop will work till 6. Okay, see. But when you are using continue, it just skip this 6 and it will execute the loop like as it did before. Okay, just see it. Okay, it just skip this 6. Any doubt in this break and continue? Anyone having any doubt? Okay. So let's move to like nested loop. Like just we will learn about the loops, right? You can do use nested loops also. Like inside one loop, you can give one another loop also. Like in if also you can do nested if also. Like we can give inside one if you can give one more if else. Okay. Similarly, you can do like nested looping also. Like what is nested looping? A nested loop means one loop inside another loop. The inner loop runs completely every time the outer loop runs once. Okay, just see it. Now here we are printing the numbers like tables. So first of all, this is my outer loop. Okay, for let I equals to 1. Okay, then after it I am giving I less than or equals to 5. Then giving I plus plus. Okay, this is my outer loop. Now inside it I want to give one inner loop also. Just try to understand it. Inside it I am using one more loop, that is for. Here I am using the variable name as j. Let j equals to 1, and here I am giving j less than or equal to 5. So it will print the numbers tables from 1 to 5. I will tell you the logic completely. Yeah, okay, we just have to give this colon source here. Then here I am giving j plus plus. Okay, so inside it we are giving some like consoling some values here. You must have to give this curly brackets here also, consoling. So here I am using this template literals. This is a template literal. Okay, we are just using it to combine write the variables with your text, like with your string. So for that purpose we use it. So for that we use this backtick. Then we are using this dollar symbol. Inside it we just have to call the variable name. So I am taking this I and giving this x, then again calling the variable. For calling purpose we are using this template literals. Okay, we will learn about this template literals in our next classes also. But why we use this template literal? Just to call your variable with your string. For that purpose we use this template literal. Okay, then I am giving a I multiplied by j equal to, again I am calling this I like multiplied by j. Okay, then we have to close this double tick also. Okay, so this is the output for your inner loop. Now I am giving the output for my outer loop also. So here I am giving a one table completed something. I will tell you the logic once again. just we are just discussing about the syntax. See, this is your outer loop. Inside this, how we give the basically we give let I equals to 1, I less than equals to 5, I plus plus. Okay, so this is my outer loop. Inside it, I am giving one more loop, that is my inner loop. Okay, so here I am just giving some console to this, and in out of it I am giving some console to my outer loop also. Just observe this output. See, it is printing all the tables from 1 to till 5. We can increase this also, right? Let me show you. Instead of this 5, I am giving 10 here. Let's see what will be the difference. Okay, let's increase here also. See, it is printing all the tables from one table, first table, second table, third table, like all the mathematical table it is printing. Okay, you can give like large numbers also, but how it is working? See, your I value here is 1, I less than or equals to 10. This is also true. So when first value is given here, your complete this loop will complete run. Okay, so this let I equals to 1, I less than or equals to 10. This is true. So it comes here, then it will check this let j equals to 1, j less than or equals to 10, j plus plus. So it will like it will type all this thing. Your I value here I equals to 1, right? And your j is also 1. So and it is multiplying I with j. 1 ones are 1. Okay, so your one stable. So after completing this j value, instead of going this on upper level, it will complete execution here. It will do the complete execution of this once table first. So here also, here it will increase your j value. Now your j value becomes 2. But still your I value is 1. Just try to observe it. Your I value is 1. Okay. Now your j value is 2. It will completely run it. Your I value is 1. I multiplied by j means I 1 into 2. Okay, this will run. Instead of going on here, it will goes here only. Okay, as I written here. A nested loop means one loop inside another loop. The inner loop runs completely, means inner loop will do the like complete this 10 times. Okay, runs completely every time. The outer loop once runs one time. Okay, so that is why still your I value is 1 and your j value is 2. After completing it, now your j value becomes 3. Still your I value is 1. It will do like this till 10. Okay, when it reaches 11, this condition becomes false, right? This condition becomes false and your one table is also completed. Now after reaching it, it goes to the top one. Now your I value becomes 2 and your j value is 1. Okay, it will do the same thing again till it reaches the j value reaches the 10. Okay, it will complete this 2 stable. When it reaches this 11, this condition becomes false. So instead of printing this, it goes to the upper level. Why it is going to the upper level? Because your j value becomes 11. That is not true. So that is why it is going here. So now your I value becomes 3. Repeating the same thing again till it reaches the 10. When it reaches 11, this becomes false again. So then again it goes above. Okay, this is how it is working. Any doubt in this like nested looping?
No, ma'am.
Okay, when your inner loop complete, like this condition becomes false, it goes to the upper level. Okay, when again it will do all the like it will run the 10 times. When it reaches the like it becomes false, then again it goes to the upper part. Anyone else having any doubt in this nested looping? Madhu, Likesh, anyone? Okay.
And can we keep this the right color window in the background, ma'am? Actually, when you are writing code, we are reading the code. On the right side, it is hiding. Only when you are scrolling, you are able to read the
Okay,
line
this
like
one,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, when we read completely, only we are able to understand. So
Okay, okay. I will do like better we will keep it separate only, right? So you can see
yeah,
it
that would
properly.
be that's enough. Yeah, when we read full code, we are able to understand.
Yeah, yeah, you are right. And now you are able to understand.
Yes.
Okay, so this is all about your nested looping. Nested looping means when your I value is 1, your inner loop will do the complete things till it becomes false, then it goes to the upper part. Okay, this is all about your nested loop. You can use this nested in your if else also. Okay, so after this loop, in loop we learn about this for loop, while loop, do while loop, and then we learn about this breaks, like how to control the loop. So in how to control the loop, we have two types, that is break and continue. When you use this break, it will completely terminate your loop. Okay, it will finish your loop. But in the case of continue, you are just skipping that particular part. Okay, so after it, we learn about this nested loop. Okay, with nested loop you can do lot of things. Here we are just printing the tables. You can print the tables from 100 also using this nested loop. Now after it we have functions. Okay, like why we use functions. Suppose first of all, why we use function means to write a specific, to do some specific task. For that purpose we use function. Suppose here I am giving let a equals to, let a equals to 10 and let b equals to 20. Okay, now I want to sum it, means I want to add it. So I am giving one more variable, that is c. So I am giving a plus b. Okay, so now here after it I am consoling this c. See, it is showing you the 30. But what if I want to use this again? But I want to change this number also. Like I don't want to show 30 every time. I just want to do some little like changes inside it. So I must have to change it here, or I have to write it like this again. Let d equals to 20, let e equals to 30. Then I have to do the complete thing one more time. So this is like we are doing the same thing again and again. Means our logic is same, right? We are doing calculation, like we are adding the work we are doing here also we are doing adding only. Like let f equals to d plus E, right? So here also I am doing console. I am consoling F. So it will show you 20 plus 30, that is your 50. Let me console it. Okay, yeah, it is showing 30, 50. But just observe it how much repeatedly we are doing the same thing. Means we are writing one thing, like our core logic is we are adding numbers. Here also we are adding numbers. But just because of these numbers are getting changed, we are doing the same thing repeatedly, right? So to overcome this issue, we are using functions. What is function? Functions is just like a block of code. How we write the code here? See how we write the code here. Okay, this is your one block, right? We are writing some specific function. We are adding something. Okay, we are giving some specific core functionality, as you can tell, right? We are just subtracting, we are doing some multiplication like this. We are giving some core functionality. But just to change some numbers, we are writing the same thing again. So to overcome this issue, we use functions. Functions are just like a block of code designed to perform particular task. Designed to perform particular task. Like in this scenario, we are doing some particular task. We are adding numbers, right? Okay, and we can reuse it also. It is executed when something calls it. Okay, I'm adding some point here. We can reuse it also. Okay, how to use functions now? See, Now you are getting the core idea why we use function. Instead of doing the same thing like core functionality, we are writing the core functionality again. Why we use loops? Like loops we use, instead of doing the same thing again, we are doing using loops. But here we are writing the function, main functionality multiple times. Okay, so to overcome this we use functions here. So how to use function? So first we have to give the function declaration. We are creating a function. So for that scenario you must have to use this function keyword. Okay, this is your function, this is a keyword. It means you are telling your browser I am going to write a function. So that is why we must have to give this function keyword. Then after it you can give any name to your function, like how we create the variables. Like we use this let a equals to, right? Same thing we are doing here. So but instead of using this let, we are using function keyword here. So now here I am giving the name of my function. Suppose I am giving the sum. This is the name of my function. So inside it I am giving like this, return a plus b. Okay, it directly gives numbers. Like we will learn about this parameter and argument after some time. So okay, I am giving like some numbers here. So now I am calling this function. See, just now we write some function, right? But we are not consoling it. Okay, we are not showing in my console. But to show the output, we must have to call it. So here I'm first of all you must have to store it also. So suppose I'm taking one variable, some value. Here I'm giving some. Okay, now I'm consoling it, some value. See, it is showing you the 30. Right, so you can call this multiple times, like you can console it multiple times, but we can do the console multiple times using previously also. So here the like extra things we have is we can give some parameters also, some parameters or some arguments also we can give. Like suppose instead of giving this 1020 directly, we can give some parameters here. We can give some numbers, what numbers you want to give. So here I am giving some my unique numbers like 10 comma 20. So here I am taking this as argument a comma b. So here I am returning a plus b. Okay. So suppose if you want to call this once again, we just have to change the number. Just I am changing this variable name. So now I am changing this to 20 and this to 40. Okay. I'm just consoling this once again. Just see this. See, it is showing 30 and 60 properly. So, see, I will tell you this once again. Instead of returning it, I will tell you what is return also. Just try to observe the function once again in a clear way. How we can create a function? We just use this function keyword. Then we give the name of my function, that is sum I am giving. Okay, after it we use this curly brackets. Directly I am consoling here only. Okay, instead of using that return, I am consoling directly here. So I am giving 10 plus 20 direct numbers here I am giving. So now you want to show the output in your console. So for that purpose we just have to call it. Okay, we don't have to use console here. Why we don't have to use console? Because inside this function I am already using this console. So for that purpose we are not using it. So now see, it is showing you 30. Suppose now you want to change these numbers. You can call this multiple times. See, it will show you this 30 like 5 times. See, it is showing you the 35 times. Like after some block of code also you can call it, right? After consoling I am showing second time. So you can call this function multiple times. But to change, like instead of giving this fixed numbers, you can use parameters and arguments. Like suppose here you can give some parameters, like I want to add 10 plus 20. So instead of giving this direct fixed numbers, you can take this as a comma, like any variable name you can give here. This is your argument, like this is your argument, like whatever the number you are giving, this is your argument, this is your parameter, like what variable name you are taking it here. So I'm controlling it here like a plus b. So how it is working, just try to understand. I'm creating one function here, I'm giving the core logic, means what the function exact have to do. I'm giving the core logic here, that is I just want to add it. Okay, I'm not giving what is the actual numbers. So at the time of calling this function, here I'm calling this function, I just have to use its function name. Here inside it we have to give the arguments, means what numbers you want to add. So it will replace this a and b with 10 and 20, like this it will replace. Okay, here also it will take like 10 and 20. Okay, so like suppose if you want to change these numbers, here you can give some different numbers, like here I am giving 100 comma 200. So at this time, see in this case it will show you 30, but in this scenario it will show you 300, right? So now your a becomes 100 and b becomes 200. Okay, suppose in this scenario if you are giving something like 5 comma 9, so here also your output will be changed. Let me give some unique number here, 7890. Okay, so this a and b is not fixed now. You can change it as per your choice. You can give any numbers, it will do the addition with that particular numbers. Just show this. Okay, so that is why we use this function. So why we use function, you are writing your core logic inside this function and you are giving some unique parameters or unique arguments you can pass directly to this particular function. Instead of keeping the same fixed values, you can give some unique numbers also. Any doubt in this, like why we use functions? Any
No.
doubt? Okay. Now comes to what is written. Like see what is like we learn just now, we learn about parameter and argument. Name listed inside the function's definition. Okay. Whatever the variable name you are giving, like you can give x or y also. This whatever the value you are giving here, this x and y will be replaced with this. So here also you give the same thing, x, y. Okay. Now this is your parameter, right? The variable name you are giving, this is your parameter, and the exact value you are giving at the time of calling, this is your arguments. And we have one more thing, that is return. See, instead of directly calling it, like every time we don't want to console it, right? When you create a website, why you like to show all the values inside your console, right? You don't want to console all the values inside your console. So instead of that, we use return. Okay, what return will do? It will give the like whatever the output of your function to the calling where it is getting called. Like here also I will tell you with example. Like let's move to the Flipkart. So here just I'm going here. So let me choose any product, right? I just want to do show you the increment decrement file, just not showing. Let's see this one. Taking this one. See, here we are having something, right? I am doing add to cart. See, when I click on it, one function is getting triggered, means one function is getting called. What is the core functionality the developer give inside it? When someone click on this button, this value will be increased, right? They just define all this logic. How they define? We already learned about this post increment, right? They increase the number by 1. So they use some kind of function. Inside that function they use like I plus plus. So that is why when I click on it, it becomes 2. See, when I click on it, it is all getting like it is calling one more time. How we are calling this multiple times. So they just give some logic here. When someone clicks on it, some function will be run. So now it is getting increased. So similarly, they create one more function for this subtraction also. So when some user click on this button, this minus minus, that is our pre-decrement, like post decrement also, we learn about this operator. So they define just some kind of function here. So they just getting decreased, right? So just observe it. They didn't show this output in console. When I am doing something, when I am doing this increment decrement, just let me increase this. I'm doing 700. Okay. Okay, console is getting height. Okay, just observe it. When I'm clicking on this, see it is getting increased, but it is not showing in your console. So that is why we use return. We always don't want to show the output in our console. Instead of that, we just directly want to show in our, yeah, like in our UI or in our database. We directly do the changes in that. So that is why we use this return. Instead of directly showing in your console, we use return here. We just want to like do the changes in your interface. Okay, you just have to use this return keyword. So here also you can give x plus y. Okay, it will also change the value, like it will also add the numbers. But if you want to show it in your console, now there is no console, right? We are just returning it. So for that purpose, you must have to store it inside one variable, sum equals to, like I am giving some different variable name, storing value, storing something. Okay, now I have to call this function x plus. Okay, I have to give some arguments also inside it. Okay, now you can display this in your console. Now you have to call this variable name. Okay, so why we use return instead of showing, like every time we don't want to display the result in our console. So for that purpose we use return. Okay, and there is one more like benefit of using this return. When you use this return, you can do the manipulation directly. Like suppose inside it you directly want to subtract something, like you want to subtract 10, directly it will do the changes. Okay, yeah, let me see it, why it is showing this kind of error. Okay, here we can give it. Okay, like from the result you can subtract it. Yeah, it is not doing the like manipulation. I think that is not getting updated properly. Okay, now it is getting updated properly. See, it is that minus 10 is getting subtracted from this output, that is 30 minus 10, that is your 20. But when you use the direct console here, instead of using this return, if you use this console directly here, you can't do the direct manipulation. like this. You can't remove any number, you can't do any changes here like this. So this is one more kind of benefit of using this return keyword. What return will do, what will be the output, what will be the result, it will return to the calling function. Okay, so this is the benefit. Any doubt in this why we use return? Any doubt, anyone?
No, man.
What about others?
Console log means it will show in the display. If it is returned, it will not show display. It will use it in the, it will give back to
Yes,
the.
yes, when we use a return, it will not directly show you in the console, but you can console it, like storing in a one variable, just like storing inside one variable name. You are storing the output of this function inside one variable, and then you are calling this particular variable name. Okay, why we use return, like with every time we don't want to console the output, right? We don't want to directly show the output in our console. So in that scenario we use this return keyword. Okay, then in this function we learn about this parameters and arguments, parameter and argument, and then we learn about this return keyword. Okay, like we have some more time. Let's see this one. Let's see what is the window methods objects like in window methods object, like I will tell you first of all. If this is your window, right? This tab. Okay, this tab we call this as one window, right? Open this window, right? In laptop we call this normally a window. So like every tab have some like functions or methods. Okay, like some navigation functions or some history functions, like whatever the website you are visiting, they store all this kind of details inside this window object. This is a window, is just like a object which contains some predefined like methods inside it. So just read it. The window object is the global object in the browser and represent the browser window or tab. As I told you, window object is just like a tab, okay, which contains multiple useful methods. The methods are like some kind of functions, like you can check the history, where we want to navigate, or the history, or like the link of your like website. All these details are stored inside this window object. Okay, all these details are stored inside this window object. So in this window object we have like mostly used, I'm telling you, but we have more than this methods also. We can use alert, like there is some pop-up is there, so you can use it. This I'm showing you this one. First of all I'm removing it, so I'm giving alert hello world. When I give it like this, just see it, it is giving me one kind of pop-up, right? Saying whatever the content I give inside this alert. You just have to use this alert keyword. Inside it you can give any kind of text. Just see it. Okay, so alert, what it will do, it will give the alert pop-up. You guys already saw in many websites there will be a pop-up like this. So for that scenario, if we are getting this pop-up from our window object, right? From window, from this tab we are getting. I didn't create this OK button. I didn't create this container, right? Okay, I didn't use any button tag or this container tag. All these things are I am getting from this window object. So just you have to use it. You just have to use it by giving this alert keyword. Okay, so we have two more things. Like we have multiple things, but I'm just telling you the necessary important things. So as we get the alert like it displays a modal or dialog box with a message, and we can give it have some OK button also. And then we have confirm. Confirm is like it will ask something, yes or no. Okay, confirm. We just have to use it. Are you sure you want to delete it? Okay, some kind of message I am giving, but just I am giving confirm here. See, it is showing whatever the content I give, are you sure you want to delete it? See, it is showing me. And it is giving me the two buttons. How it is giving me the two buttons? I didn't give anything. This window object, like that window object taking all this thing by itself. It is containing all these two buttons. When I click on this OK, it will return true. When I click on this cancel, it will return false. I will show you this with one example. Like we can store whatever the user have done. Okay, first of all I will show you the prompt first. So this is the second like method. We have one more thing, that is prompt. Enter your age. See what is prompt, it is doing whatever the thing I just gave inside this prompt method. Okay, this text is getting displayed here, and with this it is giving me one input bar also, input field also. Okay, how it is giving, like it is asking for some kind of prompt. So when I give write anything, okay, and when I click on this OK button, whatever the thing I give will be stored inside it. So I will show you. Suppose let age. So I am storing whatever the user entered in this prompt. I am storing the value inside this age variable. Okay, now I am consoling it. Console age. Let me refresh it. So I am giving her like 20 here. Going to console. I think it will get refreshed. See, it is showing you the 20, right? So whatever the thing, okay, let me move it down here. I'm refreshing it. See, it is asking me the age. I'm giving 30. When I click on this OK button, this 30 is getting displayed here. Okay, how it is getting displayed here? Means whatever the value I am giving inside this prompt, this value is getting stored in this variable, that is your age variable. Then I am using this variable inside my console. So that is how it is showing. That is how it is getting displayed. Okay, so what is the purpose of discussing this? Like I am discussing about the window methods in JavaScript. We like in every tab have some methods. Okay, like here every tab, inside it we have this alert method, confirm method, and this prompt method. We have some more methods are there. So what alert method will do, it will just show the like a dialog box or pop-up message with one OK button. You can display anything. Okay, it will be, you can't interact with your website until you close it. Then we have confirm. In this confirm contains two buttons, that is OK and cancel. Okay, OK will give you true, and cancel will give you false. I will tell you this example. And now coming to this prompt. Prompt will show you the some kind of message, or you can take some values from the user. Now let's show this example. I'm showing you this example in confirm. We have some time, right? So just see this. Okay, just see this one. What I am doing here is I am taking one variable name here, that is let issue. This is your variable name. Inside it I am giving confirm. Are you sure you want to delete this file? I am just giving some text. So as I told you, when some user click on like confirm button, it will return true. Okay, it will return true. So then I am using this if else condition here. If this if some user click on OK button, like confirm button, this if becomes true, so it will show you this alert. Okay, file deleted successfully. If the user click on cancel button, right, it becomes false, right? So it will move through this else case. Let's see this one. See, are you sure you want to delete this file? It is showing me the text. This text. Are you sure you want to delete this file? It is showing me the same text here. Right. But when I click on this OK button, it will give true value. It will give true. So inside this is sure, true will be stored. So it will check if is sure is true or false. If it is true, then return this one. Then show this one. Let me show you here. I am clicking on this one. Okay. See, it is showing file deleted successfully. Okay. Let me run it once again. When I click on this cancel, it will return false. Okay. When I click on this cancel, now it will show me this one. Just see this. See, action cancel. So how it is working? Just try to observe it. When some user click on OK button, it will give the value as true. Okay, when user click on cancel button, it will give the value as false. Okay, now inside this, whenever the user click on OK, it sure becomes true. This variable value becomes true. So we are checking this. Using this if else condition, we are checking this. Okay, any doubt in this, how it is working, this true false? Any doubt in that? Okay, so what we have discussed in this class, we learn about this window methods. In window methods, we have alert, confirm, and prompt. Just now we saw the example of confirm. We will see this example of prompt in our next class. We will see how we can store the value, whatever the value entered by the user. Okay, we can store that particular value in one variable also, and we can use it. Like using this, we can store it and we can do some conditions inside it. Okay, just now we saw the example of this confirm. So in our next class, we learn about this example of this prompt. After it, we learn about this truthy and falsy values. After it, we learn about this, like we learn about this type conversion and coercion. Okay, so that is this is now for our today's class. Now I'm going to end our class. Thank you guys. Bye.